Hey guys, I'm back and we are playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Gonna be doing a cup drop stream, gonna be checking out a reward that you can earn for free, but a little bit of time and effort is required, and yeah, not too much time, but a little more than usual for this one. We're gonna be checking out the weekly challenge completion reward camo today. So it's season 6's weekly challenge completion reward. You need to, let's go ahead and see what is what, and then we'll go from there. So with the launch of this game, they added the weekly challenge system. And with the weekly challenge system, every week you got a set of 7 challenges in multiplayer, 7 in zombies, 7 in battle royale. So you got like a chunky amount of challenges every week, and provided you completed 5 of those challenges, you could do it in a single mode, or you could mix and match between the 3 modes and do a little bit here, a little bit there. And provided you got those 5 challenge completions, you'll earn a small reward for the week. And provided you do that for every week of the season, you will earn yourself a completion reward camo. Now, most of the previous seasons consisted of multiple weeks, being like 8+ weeks or something like that. I don't even know how many weeks in the season. I think 8, right? But yeah, quite a few weeks, and you need to do those 5 challenges between the 3 modes, and only after completing that would you earn the completion reward. With the final season, season 6, they have only 4 weeks of challenges that are scheduled, I guess. And once you complete the 4 weeks, you will get yourself the universal camo drawn and quartered. Now, just heads up, as always with the previous weekly challenges, Nuni, don't get into a fight, please. Even though the weeks have passed, week 1, 2, and 3, you can still go back and complete challenges in the weeks. And provided you get your 5 completions at any point in time before the end of the season, you should still be eligible to earn your completion reward camo, as well as also the weekly challenge rewards, right? So there is time, and I think this season 6, similar to like the preseason, I think they did it also, where they've given us an extra week where the seasonal thing, well, actually, it's looking like you got a full month. So you're going to have actually a lot of extra time to complete the 4 weeks of challenges. I honestly think these challenges will continue onwards while the preseason of Black Ops 6 is going on. So if you haven't unlocked it and you're still playing Modern Warfare 3, you could potentially still complete these 4 weeks, is my guess. Because usually these challenges should be available to you until the season's end, and the season's end, at least as of streaming, is in another 24 days. So you got time to do them. But even without taking the preseason off the thing, you do have an additional week before even the launch of Black Ops 6. So you have actually quite a bit of time to do it. And as mentioned, you just need to complete 5 challenges, pick the modes, pick the challenges that best suit you, complete them, and you will unlock yourself this universal camo. I preferred multiplayer, so the bulk of all my challenges were done in the multiplayer side, and I got my 5 completions. But you don't need to do that. You can do it in zombies if you want a little bit chill play. You can do it in Battle Royale also. Some of the Battle Royale challenges actually are kind of duplicates, similar challenges between all 4 weeks. And you can actually progress them simultaneously if you haven't worked towards them. Like completing this 15 contracts, there's 20 contracts, 15. So provided I complete 15 contracts, 3 out of the 4 weeks will have been completed, and then I'll just need to complete 5 more contracts, and then this one would be completed, right? The 21. So they do track simultaneously across all weeks also. So like I said, some of the Battle Royale challenges and other challenges, you could be working towards them simultaneously if you haven't started on any of them. Anyway, that is the long and short of the challenge requirements. Once you do complete them, you will unlock yourself the drawn and quartered camo, which is what we're going to be checking out. This is the camo. This is what it looks like. It is animated. It's pretty cool. And once you unlock it, it will be so yeah, it looks like that, drawn and quartered. And once you unlock it, it will be in the events tab. So once you unlock it there, it'll be in the events tab and should be available for use on all your Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 weapons. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad. None of this stuff carries forward. So you'll be unlocking it. And if you're going to play Black Ops 6 multiplayer, you know, you're probably not going to get a whole load of use out of the camo. But it does carry at least into Warzone. And, you know, if you're using the Modern Warfare 2 and 3 weapons next year, which you should be able to, you can at least equip it there, right? So yeah, maybe not the longest time that you'll have, you know, to utilize the camo, but at least something for the collection, I guess. So with all my universal camo streams, what I like to do is we will play quick play, maybe small map or shipment or something like that, a little bit depending on. And based on the maps, we will pick different weapon types. And after the match, we will preview that weapon type. So timestamps will be in the description if you want to see a specific gameplay of a said weapon or a specific weapon type preview. But yeah, over the course of the stream, hopefully we'll go through all the different weapon types. Assault rifle, I'll be using the MTZ-556. Battle rifle, I've got the DTIR 30-06. SMG, we've got the static HV. Shotgun, we've got the Lockwood 680. LMG, we've got the Holger 26. Marksman rifle, we've got the KVD Enforcer. Sniper rifle, we've got the XRK Stalker. Handgun, we've got the Core 45. And melee weapon, we'll run around with the Soul Renderer. So that is the plan. Let me just change that. Let us go ahead and jump right in. Yeah, there's a lot of camos to check out thanks to the Rewind event. So I thought we'd start off with this one, the weekly completion reward camo, and then hit up the event camos in the following days before Black Ops 6 kicks off. I'm a little bit tempted, maybe, but unlikely. We'll do 2 universal camo streams today, but that's unlikely. I think it's going to get a little late by the time I finish this one. So most likely we'll just do this one today and then do some tomorrow or something. why do I have the DTIR when I equip the... You know what? Let's just do the battle rifle.
We've lost the lead. Compromise. Secure the area. Confirming next hard point. Stand by. Move to the hard point. Enemies inside the perimeter. Hard point compromised. Secure the area. Hostile unit in the area. Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
I'm not going anywhere near the hard point. I don't care, man. Teammates are not doing anything either. Dude, what a teammate. I don't even know what teammates are doing this whole game.
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the coastal counter UAV overhead. Enemies inside the perimeter. Copy. UAV orbiting the AO. Recon is online. Hostile mortar strike near your position. Confirming next hard point. Stand by. UAV is being fueled. RTB assist. Target area updated. Move to the hard point.
Man, these teammates are so shit, dude.
Confirming next hard point. Stand by.
Dude, honestly, I was not going anywhere near the hard point. Dude, it would have just been a death sentence considering teammates weren't even looking in that direction. Hey, stop! Stop, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why every day? Why every day? Dude, I got my replacement controller. It's feeling a lot better. I need to do some more testing, but the drift on it is so minimal. They actually did. They sent a proper like controller replacement. Like last time, like the same controller, like it was the same warranty. I sent it in, like out of the box, there was a ton of drift, right? So I was like, I'll just use it for a while and wait till like one of the buttons start malfunctioning. So I sent it back a little while ago, and the controller they sent back had more drift, and like one of the other buttons was kind of like messed a little bit. This time it's at least initial impressions is like it's better. Like the drift is like way less. But yeah, it was under the same warranty, fortunately. So it didn't really end up in like a lot of people like complain like, oh, the Microsoft and the PlayStation controllers are so dog shit. They are, mind you, they are dog shit. Both of them, Microsoft and PlayStation. But one thing both of them are doing proper, at least in India, is they give you a 1-year warranty. So for at least 1 year, no matter what's going on, you can send it to them and they'll replace it for you. And that's huge.
Deathmatch. Field, you are clear to engage any and all threats.
Dude, why can't teammates watch?
Solid copy. Counter-UAV running signal. Hostile cluster mine active. UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time. Hostile cluster mine detected. Is online. Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO. Counter-UAV disengaging. Enemy movement.
Nah, I should have cancelled the reload.
UAV is bingo copy. Counter-UAV deployed. Running interference. Counter-UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time. UAV is bingo copy. Counter-UAV is blocking enemy recon. Covering your six. The enemy holds the lead. Clock's ticking. Hostile UAV in the area. Hostile cluster mine active. Counter-UAV is returning to base. Friendly precision airstrike inbound. Hostiles deployed a mosquito.
Dude.
Lost the lead. Enemy UAV active. Mission failed. Return to base.
What? What are you going on, man? Vishesh, you also, man. You and Nuni both are responsible for each other's fucking bullshit, man. Don't lie to me. Like, also the good thing about these controller, both Microsoft and Sony, like they both equally, like, it doesn't have to be like a massive issue. Like your controller doesn't need to be like completely non-functional for them to like be like, okay, we'll replace it. Usually they're pretty good about replacing it, like, even if you just say like, yeah, there's too much drift on this controller, or like one of the buttons are not like functioning properly, like when I press it, like the button on the previous controller, what was happening was I'd press it and it would double click. It was too sensitive. Whereas like the previous one, I'd click it and it wouldn't press, like it wouldn't like register. But both had like a ton of drift on it also, like way more than usual. But not like, I don't know, it wasn't like crazy amounts, but it was higher. It was a high amount of drift for, especially for such an expensive controller. What should I use on this map? I don't know. Let's go Marksman.
Taking Alpha. Domination. We control Alpha. We've lost Bravo.
Hey, really? Okay.
Hostile cluster mine detected. Securing objective Bravo. Hostile Mosquito is online. UAV ready. Securing objective Bravo. Securing objective. We're taking Bravo. Counter UAV running stations are here. Securing objective Bravo. We're taking Alpha. We control Alpha. We're taking Bravo. We're losing Alpha. Counter UAV is objective Alpha is compromised. UAV ready to deploy. Friendly cluster mine deployed. Friendly counter UAV. Friendly UAV online. Enemy securing Bravo. Securing Bravo. Hostile Mosquito is online. Objective Bravo is compromised. Securing objective Alpha. We control Bravo. Friendly UAV on station. Counter UAV deployed. Hostiles deployed a Mosquito. Enemies taking Bravo. Moving here. Enemy securing Bravo. Lost Bravo. We're taking Bravo. Enemy Overwatch Helo in the area. Enemy online. Hostile Mosquito is online. Securing objective Bravo. The enemy has captured 2 objectives. Enemy securing Charlie. Objective Bravo secured. Friendly UAV on station. The mission is complete. Good work.
Yeah, all the buttons are feeling like firm. I checked the drift on the thing. It was pretty low. Like there's not much, even on the low numbers. This controller's feeling good. Anyway, if anything happens on this now, warranty's over. I'm gonna have to replace. But that's my point, right? Like, you get a full year. The minute something's happening, send it in for replacement. Utilize that year warranty. And once it's over, then just buy a new one. It's time to buy a new one. Once like the controller, like after the warranty ends. It sounds like excessive. But I mean, I play a lot of video games, so like, if I can get a full year on a single payment of a controller, it's not a bad deal. Ha! How is this not one shots, man? I have to aim or what? Fuck. It like made an audio sound when I shot the pumpkin.
Friendly SAE on the way. Securing objective Bravo. Taking Bravo. Ready to deploy. Securing objective Bravo. We're taking Bravo. The enemy has gained the ground. Push them back. Hostile frontline active. Securing objective Bravo. Hostiles deployed a Mosquito. Taking Bravo. Securing objective Bravo. Taking Bravo. Securing objective Charlie. We're losing Alpha. Charlie secure. Lost Alpha. Securing objective Bravo. Friendly UAV on station. Taking Bravo. Hostile cluster mine detected. Hostile Mosquito is online. Losing Charlie. Securing objective Bravo. The enemy holds 2 objectives. Secure those positions. Enemy securing Charlie. Bravo. Taking Alpha. The enemy took Charlie. Hostiles deployed a Mosquito. Hostile Mosquito is online. Friendly UAV on station. Securing objective
Dude, teammate, what are you doing?
UAV online. The enemy has captured 2 objectives. Friendly objective Bravo.
Dude, that should not stop me.
Taking Alpha. Friendly UAV Hostiles hold all objectives. Get a move on. Objective Charlie secure. Securing objective Bravo. Enemy securing Charlie. We're getting hit hard. Taking Alpha. We're taking Bravo. Securing objective Alpha.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Charlie. Enemy securing Charlie. Holds 2 objectives. Secure those positions.
I spaced the I spaced that you needed to aim down sights on this one. I was like, what the fuck, man? Hip firing it, I'm not getting any one shots. You know, in Cold War, the shotgun was a secondary. Some of the COD's shotguns are secondaries. I think. I vaguely remember the shotgun being a secondary in Cold War. Black Ops Cold War.
Hardpoint. Secure the target area. Target area located. Secure the hardpoint. Copy. UAV is on station. Recon online. Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by. Hostile UAV in the area. Eyes UAV. Target area updated. Secure the hardpoint.
Hey.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
That dude was like on a streak, man. This guy. Like he killed himself like on a really high streak. I think. I don't know.
Hardpoint relocated. Stand by. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area. Enemy UAV active. Mission compromised. We failed.
No, maybe he wasn't on that high a streak. I thought he was like, dude, I didn't, like, I was looking for when he was dying. I didn't notice it. When he was, I guess. I couldn't find him either. I was like searching for him the whole game, dude. Like, I was like, where's this clown, dude? Only found him at the end. The true test for drift is X-Defiant, actually. For some reason, that game is so sensitive to like the drift. Like,
The enemy's taken the lead.
what are we playing? TDM. Oh, brother.
Confirmed.
Aren't you sorry you did that?
Secured the lead.
Mark the target. Moving here.
Moving.
Ooh.
Friendly UAV on station.
Mark the target.
Our counter UAV is active. Friendly cluster mine planted. Friendly mosquito deployed.
Enemy spotted.
Friendly UAV online.
The fuck, hit marker.
Friendly counter UAV is online.
Taking a sniper.
Check secure. Kill confirmed. Friendly cluster mine deployed. Mission time is
T-
half over. Maintain the lead.
Back.
Copy. UAV orbiting the AO. Recon is online.
Moving.
Our counter UAV is active. Kill confirmed. Friendly cluster mine planted. Be advised, UAV is
Enemy UAV active.
You're halfway to mission completed. Friendly UAV online. Friendly counter UAV is online. Mark 1. Friendly cluster mine deployed. One minute remaining. Friendly mosquito active. Seconds remain. Friendly cluster mine planted. 10 seconds remaining.
What a slow, slow game. Don't
The
know what
mission
to
is
do.
complete. Good work.
Take cover.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Hostile.
Right, secure the area. Friendly UAV online. Enemy mosquito destroyed. Enemies inside the perimeter. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by. Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint. Enemy movement. Standing by.
Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand. Friendly UAV on station.
RTB at this time.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Hardpoint relocating. UAV ready to deploy.
Copy that. UAV online.
Enemies inside the perimeter. Mission failed. Return to base.
What? Oh, Saucy, is that you again? Shit. I don't even recognize your name. How you doing? Yeah, I might play a little bit for today. Like, there's a couple of things I want to like check out. So I'm debating whether I'll do another stream even after this one. Dude, I seriously, I was like, who the hell is this? I was like, oh yeah, it's fucking Saucy, dude. How you doing? You wanna join? I'm gonna be doing pistol gameplay next, and then like, okay, join up. Join up. I'm gonna do pistol gameplay and then like melee. So I'm gonna be pretty bad in the next few ones. This is it, right? Join up. I'm gonna start searching though. Yeah? There we go. Yeah, pistol gameplay, and then I'm gonna do a game of shipment, and then outro, and then maybe I'll do another stream after this. So, welcome to join for that also if you want. But yeah, don't expect I'm gonna get slaughtered. Pistol gameplay, usually I die a lot. Is it Jylov? Jylov? Jylov. I don't know how to pronounce your name anymore. You're in, I know, I saw. I can't aim. The Saucy, I can't aim. Yeah, I saw. Ugh, fuck, it's not a good map for pistols. You're gonna have to carry, man, Saucy. J-Love. J-Love. Yeah. J-Love. Is it meat edited? Or is it just like random?
Team deathmatch. Engage and destroy the enemy. All of them. We have taken the lead.
Got eyes on a threat.
Dude, I hit some.
target.
Hostile mosquito is online. Mission time is half over. Maintain the lead. Hostiles deploy the mosquito.
Moving here. Got movement.
Behind.
Stand by.
Copy that. UAV is solid copy. Counter UAV is blocking enemy recon. UAV is exiting the AO.
Moving
There's one up there. Be careful. He's head glitching.
You are halfway to mission complete. Finish it.
Mark the target.
There's like 3 where I pinged.
Counter UAV is returning to base.
Got movement.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
10 seconds remaining. Hostile mosquito is online. Hostile airstrike near your location. The mission is complete. Good work.
Saucy, you had some moves, man. I saw you slip and sliding, taking out people. Two hundred. You're doing well, dude. Movement-wise, you're looking like you're quite. Yeah, you got the moves. And you saved my butt a few times too, man. All right, one game of shipment. I need to run around with the melee weapon. No, I'm out. Okay, jeez. Season 6's weekly challenge completion reward drawn and quartered universal camo. Played with, enjoyed, had fun. I actually had a lot of fun. Dude, my new controller, it is feeling good, dude. It is feeling good. Freaking those other controllers with the amount of drift and all, and then like some of the buttons not working. This is feeling crisp, responsive. I'm enjoying it. Let's go through the cameras one last time. Okay, I'm gonna admit this. Right off the bat, I've had this criticism sitting there, waiting for this to do this stream. I don't like the fact that it's scrolling. I think in this particular camo, they could have easily just done a static thing with the eyes blinking, and that's good enough. It would have been better, in fact. Yeah, the scrolling thing is, I feel like just unnecessary animation that just sort of like is more than needed, and it actually, in my opinion, deters from the camo. Like I feel like adds a kind of like the scroll animation. I feel like after like this year of camo action has become like a basic kind of like feature, right? So it feels basic. It adds a basic feeling to it, like almost like there's. It was really not necessary. I think just the blinking eyes would have been like much more than enough for me to like be like, yeah, I like this camo. But there is a little bit more criticism I have for it. I do. If you look at the thumbnail for the camo versus the camo itself, the thumbnail is so much more deeper black, whereas this is a significantly more faded black. Again, I think I would have preferred the deeper black in this case. It would have added to that creepiness to it, just giving that deep black, and then the face is there and the eyes blinking and stuff like that. This feels like almost like in photography when you overexpose something, right? It feels washed out, is what it feels like. When you're also doing prints and stuff, like when you have this kind of like black where it's faded, and you're not getting that crisp black, it feels faded. But I noticed something that was weird about it, and it made me even be like, why is this happening, right? I'm not certain, but I actually think the secondary version of this camo, like, you know how there's like primary and secondary camo sections? I think the secondary portion of this camo is darker than the primary portion. And I think that should be the flip. That should be the opposite. Again, I'm not 100% certain. There's a really easy way to check that out. Just give me a second. Usually the haymaker. So, okay, here you can see like the primary is the main animation and the secondary is the stars, right? Like the black star, like black kind of thing. So I just want to see what this, because I'm not certain. I haven't confirmed that is the case. I mean, it doesn't look much different. Primary and secondary looks pretty similar. The reason I said that was because I saw on the sniper, like on the barrel and stuff, it fell deeper on the barrel. And it does look deeper in, what's it called? In-game. In-game, it has a slightly deeper, but I would still prefer it much deeper black. Give me that like deep, dark black, spooky night kind of feeling, right? I feel this is just a tad bit too bright. I'm not getting the blacks that I want. Yeah, like you can see in the thumbnail, it looks so good in the thumbnail. Like that, you get that full black and the faces and stuff like that. This feels a little bit on the washed out side on the weapon itself. And I think that's a little unfortunate. And again, I genuinely think the scrolling animation was not necessary. Like, you didn't need to do it. I do like the camo though. This is just my criticisms, but I'm not saying it's a shit camo or anything. I do like it. I do like it. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, just going a little like, okay, so I like the camo. I'm not saying I hate it, but just going a little further with my idea. Okay, what I might have preferred to see instead of the scrolling animation is okay, so you have the static faces, right? So there's no scrolling. You've got the blinking eyes, and then what I would have liked to see is like blood kind of like dripping from the mouth, and that be the like animation, like the moving animation. So you've got the blinking eyes, and you've got a little blood, like a vibrant red blood coming down the mouth. So because it's not scrolling, you know, the drips can kind of drip down the weapon a little bit and then kind of reset, drip down. And, you know, like that would have been, in my opinion, a more interesting moving animation while keeping the faces static and the eyes blinking. So you can see here, like on the barrel and on the stock, you get a little bit darker black, right? You can see the difference in the black versus the body. And honestly, I would argue it could go darker than that. But if nothing else, I would have flipped it. So like the more faded black would be on the barrel and on the metal, and the deeper black would be on the body. So the bulk of the like weapon has that deeper black. Yeah, having a little bit vibrant red coming down would have been interesting. You know, the other day when like we were checking out the, what's it called? The Halloween event camo. This one. Yeah, this one. Yeah. This one. I kind of talked about this, but afterwards I realized like, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. After I realized what would have been a really interesting animation for this camo is having a flickering effect to the like color. Almost like, and I talked about this and I didn't think about it during the stream, but it would have been really cool, like as if like you have a lit pumpkin. You know, like how the light flickers inside the pumpkin and you can see the face, the eyes kind of, the lighting flickers in the face that you cut out of your pumpkin. I think instead of having a static orange, having it flicker, like as if it's been lit by a candle inside the weapon, would have been a very, very interesting animation for this particular one. Yeah, I thought about it afterwards. I talked about it slightly. I was like, oh, it should go brighter and darker. But then afterwards, I was like, you know what? If they kind of mimicked a flickering light, like a pumpkin, like a lit up like pumpkin head, that would have been pretty cool. So yeah, I wanted to just throw that in there because I regretted not saying it during that stream. Yeah, again, deeper blacks. This is the one thing that kind of puts me off this. Like, it feels too washed out at the moment. I want that dark, deep black that would have sold this concept. I wonder why they went this route. Like, was it a mistake? Because the image, like I said, the thumbnail looks so good. Like that deep color, like the way the faces pop in that. Versus this one, like the faces almost blend into the background too much now. Because you don't get like that kind of like interesting... Like in the thumbnail, like you can see the faces are a little bit more faded black, but then the background, it goes pitch black in the background. So that gives it shape, right? Whereas now, because the background's so faded, it blends in with what the face faded black is, right? And it kind of gets completely washed out and there's no like depth to it because it feels all like I said, one. Yeah, the very photographer thing about me with that one, like that. Just I want that deeper, proper. Oh, I forgot to do. We'll do melee preview. I forgot to do the melee preview. We went straight into like final preview, but we'll do the melee and the launcher preview. I sometimes always forget that. And, yeah, it's fine. I don't think it matters. RPG. Looks good on the RPG. Like I think where like on certain surfaces you do get that darker black, but for most of the guns it had that faded look. So like I feel like the tip, like the rocket, the front part has a little bit darker, but then it kind of fades off. All right. Before we do outro, let us do melee weapon preview since I forgot. I was so like pleased. I'm still thinking about my controller being so good now. God, I'm glad they sent me a nice one. Yeah, my controller was like so messed up, dude. It really was. This is feeling so much better at the moment. I do want to keep testing it a little bit, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be good. I'm not going to have too much issues. I think it'll last a while too, man, so I won't need to replace it. Gunner, if you're still there, Gunner, like my old controller was so jank. I sent it in, like it was under warranty, so I sent it in for a replacement. I just got my replacement controller back, and it's feeling crisp and nice now. Jesus, let that preview drag on for a little while I admired my controller. Yeah, I think the scrolling animation wasn't necessary for this one. And you can see how faded it looks like on this thing, right? On the front of the shield. I like the fact that one of the eyes has a slit. Like it has the pupils. Like it's slit. See that one? While the other ones don't. That's such a weird kind of decision to make, right? I was just thinking, I was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, it'd be nice to have a slit on the eyes. And then I was like, wait, did I see that in the camo? Yeah, one of the eyes has like the pupils. That's a nice little touch. I'm actually kind of interested in the fact that why did they just put it on one, but it also kind of works nicely that it was just on one. It makes it kind of like more interesting. Whereas if it was on all the eyes, it would have just been like kind of too repetitive. Whereas the fact that it was on just one kind of like adds to that like eerie effect, right? One is different. Yeah, I also like how like you have the color in the mouth and stuff like that, right? But I do feel again because of how like washed out the colors are right now because it feels so faded. It's not giving you're not getting that effect of the red mouth and stuff like that. Like the red, like, you know, the tongue and the gums. You're losing that because it just feels completely washed and everything just kind of blends too much in together. Need to add a little bit more contrast. And that will also, like, you know, darken everything up a little bit. Contrast is what you need to make it separate a little bit. So yeah, weekly completion reward checked out for season 6. I've talked about this a few times now, but I really enjoyed this weekly challenge system. I was really like I'm a big fan of the way they did it, and I've said it. I don't want to go too deep into it because I've talked about it a few times now. Really like the fact that they were listening to the community and improving the challenges season after season, just to make it more like approachable and just enjoyable for everybody. I said, like how they started off with those recommended weapon challenges, and very quickly, not very quickly, it was very annoying. Like it was immediately for me, like I was like, dude, this is really annoying. And it was also like a lot really confusing because I didn't, for a while, I didn't even understand what the hell they meant by recommended weapon. And it would sometimes just slip my mind. I'll be trying to do a challenge and it's not the recommended weapon. I'm like, why is this not tracking? And they removed those challenges, they're like, yeah, people seem to not care for that one. So they removed it, which was really nice. Also, like they started off like kind of doing challenges where it required you to use like the aftermarket parts that you earned through the weeks for like the final week challenge and all. They stopped that also. They didn't push that too hard, which also I appreciated because, at least the first season when they did push those challenges in the first week, like the final week, like a lot of the aftermarket parts were like kind of like not well balanced, like underbalanced almost. Like it wasn't like OP or anything. It was actually like really bad. So I ended up feeling like it was like a detriment using it. Obviously things changed around and a lot of the aftermarket parts became like broken OP and then they got balanced and stuff like that. But still, like, they removed those like requirements and all that and just basically made the whole like weekly challenge system a joy to like always have something to come and do something in the game and earn something. And I've said this, like, there's so many different types of Call of Duty players, like so many. There's ones that want to do challenges, ones that want just, cosmetic rewards, right? Like the blueprints and calling cards and all that from their challenges. Other people want to just, slam and pub stomp and they want the most broken, like new meta. So they're always looking for like the best attachments and all that and this, that, and the other. Then, there's the stats guys who like are interested in like, oh, how does this work and how much damage is this, that. And arguably you can be like, no, that's just YouTube. No, that's kind of like how the Call of Duty community really is, man. A lot of the YouTubers are just kind of like the figureheads of those subsets of players in Call of Duty, right? It ends up being like a lot of people who even aren't doing like content and all still enjoy those aspects of the game. And like I said, there are just different varying interests. And some might have a little bit more interest in this and a little bit of interest in that, so it's mixed. The challenge system, the aftermarket parts system and all that stuff, the rewards, it sort of catered to everybody, man, over the like several seasons and stuff like that. So it was good, man. I enjoyed it a lot and was happy with the system. Hopefully we'll see something similar in Black Ops. Dude, I'm still like, so like my controller, man, I really want to keep playing the game, but it is a little late and I don't want to do another stream like today because, I want to have my dinner. I want to watch some TV, but I am 100% jumping on tomorrow on COD. We'll check out some of the camos from the event because more than anything, like the game, yeah, the game's fun and all, but my controller is fucking good now. It's feeling responsive. Also, the other thing is, like, oddly enough, I was complaining in the first stream. I was like, man, there's so many suspicious players and all that. This stream, I didn't even come close to thinking anyone was suspicious. So maybe my first stream I was completely off, or maybe the suspicious players have gone to bed or something. I don't care. I had a lot of fun games in this stream. I enjoyed myself. And looking forward to jumping on again tomorrow and grinding. Man, it's kind of weird. This game's coming to a close, man. It is weird. It really is. I personally think I'm gonna look back very fondly of towards this Modern Warfare 3 game, very fondly. Yeah. Though I've always actually been a pretty big Sledgehammer fan. Like, it is somewhat coincidental, I guess, more than anything else. But I've talked about this, but my initial like Call of Duty fanboyism was for the original Infinity Ward team, the one that made Call of Duty 4 and then Modern Warfare 2. Okay? And then because they did actually somewhat start developing Modern Warfare 3 a little bit, right? They had like started, and then they like the original Infinity Ward team kind of broke up and they left the Activision and all, and it was kind of like a big deal, right? But they had started on Modern Warfare 3. So Sledgehammer actually took over like Modern Warfare 3. And then it's basically, they said they worked with the Infinity Ward team. So I don't know how much of the new Infinity Ward team actually helped in Modern Warfare 3 versus how much the old Infinity Ward had a little bit of a hand and then Sledgehammer took over, right? So I was always a huge fanboy of Infinity Ward, and then Treyarch was always this kind of secondary studio that, was like the second, like they used to do the secondary games in between the Infinity Ward titles, right? So I played Modern Warfare 3, and I actually enjoyed Modern Warfare 3 quite a lot, the original one, which was, in my opinion, partially touched by the original team and heavily influenced by the Sledgehammer team, right? And then, so I used to skip the like Treyarch games, and then I jumped into Advanced Warfare, which was the first of the jetpack stuff. And I had a ton of fun in Advanced Warfare. Like, I used to play the hell out of that game, which is, again, Sledgehammer's game, right? But I was not interested in the future of, like, jetpack Call of Duty. So I didn't bother playing. Treyarch's game again. And then I came back around the Infinite Warfare or whatever the hell it was called. But I played Remastered, Modern Warfare Remastered, COD 4 Remastered. And then transitioned from Remastered to World War II. So after the original Infinity Ward team, I've actually played a lot of the bulk of the Sledgehammer games. I think all of the Sledgehammer games I think I've played. And then obviously Vanguard I played, and I enjoyed Vanguard too. So I'm glad that I actually think they did a really good job with this game. I think they did a really good job with the game. And considering the time constraints and stuff like that, what they pulled off was very impressive. Very impressive. So I think I'm good with this year as far as COD goes. Like I said, I'm going to look back to it fondly. I do think there was things that I hated, okay? One was Season 3 and Season 4. The servers were absolute dog shit. But the same thing happened in like Modern Warfare 2. Like, this was just a common thing, it seems. Like, Season 3 and Season 4 servers are dog shit. Then the other thing was the hacker situation was pretty rampant for several portions of the game's life. But I think it was very close to as bad as Cold War days. Like, Cold War was also another year where like the hacking situation was just absurd. So that didn't help. But again, that you really can't blame the developers on that particular aspect. Certainly not Sledgehammer. Right? Maybe you can blame the Ricochet team. Like, what's going on? You guys are like slacking. But I think, unfortunately, those two aspects sort of tainted the experience of the game in certain points in the seasons. But as far as game goes, content goes, and just it was this was an excellent year. Excellent for Call of Duty action. I had a ton of fun. And yeah, still a few more days left. So definitely planning on grinding a little bit more. But yeah, that's it. That's it. We will definitely be checking out event camos in the coming days. So okay, I'm gonna break down what my goal from now till Black Ops 6 launches. My goal is we're gonna check out the remaining camos from the event. Not all of them, but like the animated ones. We'll check out. Then we're gonna also I'm debating on this. I'm not like a big fan of the idea, but I have done it throughout the seasons. We're gonna do the badass battle pass, the victory sector blueprint. I don't really want to do a blueprint streams anymore, but I want to just have it because we've done all the other battle passes, right? So as soon as I complete that battle pass, we'll check that out, which I should be able to complete sooner or later. Like we're close to completing that. And then this is a big if I can max rank before Black Ops 6 comes out, which is not too far off. And I don't know if I can play that much because I'm still kind of far off. Then we'll do a prestige blueprint checking out. Again, I don't want to do blueprint streams. So even if I don't get to that point, it's like, whatever, who cares? But if I do unlock that, we'll check it out. And then that might be the end of Modern Warfare 3. Also, if I unlock that Jack aftermarket part camo, I'll do a stream checking that out, but I think that's bugged out. Like I've gotten way more than the required amount of kills for unlocking that, and it just hasn't unlocked. So I think that might not unlock. But yeah, that is the final few day plans for the game. I'd ideally like to get that prestige blueprint, but we'll see. That might not happen. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already, and I will catch you later. Bye. Yeah, camo is decent, but more than anything else, the weekly challenge system that they did this year was very engaging. It worked well for me.